Welcome. My name is FABIAN Albuja Batallas, and I am going to expose the assignment of data analysis using SPSS, a statistical program for social sciences. Well, with my classmates Del Gudiño and Daniel Urbano. They gave me the honor of exposing the assignment. Use DATASET HBAT 200 has 200 sample size to perform the same analysis we conducted during our classes for HBAT, which has 100 sample size, and compare the results to see what have changed. 1. Apply linear regression. 2. Apply logistic regression. 3. Apply factor analysis. 4. Apply ANOVA and ENCOVA. The comparisons could be on the level of t-value and f-value, as well as R-squared, p-value, and any other descriptive statistics or other output from SPSS. Let us know as well whether the conclusions have changed by changing the sample size, or in other words, what happened by changing the samples. Okay. We are going to take a look on the summary directly because, during the assignment we did all the statistical analysis and all the figures, graphics, all the data set we analyzed. So I think that it's very helpful if we go directly to the conclusions, mentioning all the points that we analyzed. Well, for example, from our summary, t-test. To validate the sample size, we used t-test for variable 19. The level of significance is 0.005 with a sample size of 200, lower than the other level of significance with a size sample of 100. It was the level of significance 0.020. The results has more accuracy because the size of the sample is bigger. Linear regression complete. In this case, the error 2.492 is a good number, similar in the first case with a sample size of 100. The value must be between 0 and 4, and if it is in the middle, 2, it's okay. The VIF must be less than 10. Our benchmark is 7.2, so the values between 1 and 2.8 are fine. Those were the results, between 1 and 2.8 on by VIF. Linear regression with all variables. Well, we did the analysis and the critical variables in the independent variables with incidence were x6, x7, and x12 with significance level p-value less than 5%. Okay, we can go on. Here the contribution of the most significant variables are x6, x7, and x12 with a size number of 200. In the first analysis, the significant variables were x6, x7, and x12 as well. It is important to mention that second analysis is better because the sample size is bigger. If we take the rest of the variables and we just take the most important x6, x7, and x12, we can see the new model is better. Analyzing the satisfaction variable with 200 data, we can see that we have a higher standard deviation and variance. Normality test, Kolmogorov, Smirnov, and Shapiro-Wilk with its significance levels. Well, With the model analyze the factors by groups much more related to each other allows to improve the significance of the variables related by group, where one of the factors of greater change is x12. In both analyses, where it indicates that the smaller groups have a lower degree of satisfaction. What else? Logistic regression, for example. As it was analyzed with less data to create a new models or budgets, one must use logistic regression because the data of linear regression only gives a basic information. When performing logistic regression analysis, with this data indicates a lower percentage for the slightly higher projection with a standard error of 0.143 versus 0.201 with the 100 data. Also has a better correlation with the data in 57% versus 55% on the 100 data. This allows a better prediction of customer behavior. Here we have the data. When taking the most related variables are x6, 9, and 12. Unlike the analysis of 100 data has a possible prediction of 78% versus 82% with less data. This same allows to predict with enough certainty future projections of consumption. In addition, it should be pointed out that the world information is significant in the analysis of 100 in the one of 200 data. Being much greater the current amount of data, this information is given with a cutoff point of 0.51. Regression logistics with two groups, including new factors of analysis, is improved in which the first group are factors 8, 9, and 12, and in the second group 2, 3, 4, 5, and the two customer classification dummies significantly improves the level of projection that it is passed from 78 to 81. Equally must take into account that with the data of 100 was much higher the change since it went from 82 to 87%. It's important to mention. More data. With this reduction of minimum values, we have the factor x15 is little relevant or not relevant. Factor analysis with the regression and rotation. Well, here we have the data, and it's important to mention that with this variant of rotation, the factors 9, 11, 16, 17, and 18 that have a better interrelationship improved. The only factor that does not have a considerable relationship is x15. The rest is quite related to each other. The different graphs of histograms represent the regression, the different trends of the regressions performed. Here we have the histograms. Factor analysis, including descriptive information. In the next correlation test, we can identify the relationship between variables and significance between each other. In this case, there is a significant difference between the data of 100 and 200, since the chi-square goes from 948 to 2332, and with a sampling adequacy of 0.609, although its significance remains at 0 in both cases. One of the variables that can be dispensed with the x15 and the information will not be altered to a greater extent. This is a match in the analysis with 100 data as with 200 data. And well, also we did the analysis of ANOVA and COVA, and we realized that we have for example, ANOVA, one way shows significance. P-value is less than 5% between X19 dependent and X12 independent, for example. And cover general linear model. So we have the results, and our summary is that with 200 data we have some differences with 100 data, and also we can notice that with all the points of linear regression, factor analysis, we can test and we can make a strong analysis with quantitative research methods. Thank you very much. It's impressive how we realize that our professor has very high expertise on SPSS and quantitative research methods. So we are really impressed to conduct this study, and we want to improve our skills in order to be better professionals and better investigators. Thank you very much.